It's Friday, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time? It's Friday, man. I'm like Oprah, man. You get a gift card. You get a gift card. Listen. If you don't believe me, all you gotta do is ask Jersey Boy. Them things coming. You know what I mean? So this week, what we gonna do? What we gonna do is how many yards? Y'all listening? How many yards is Zach Ertz going to catch? How many, not receptions, just how many yards is he going to have at the end of the game? That's all you got to do. Comment below. Let me know the person that hits it on the head, or the person that comes closest. They will get this $15 gift card too. I don't know. I'll email you and ask you, man. If you don't believe me, ask James Herrera. I'm trying to tell you, man. Free money. Yo, that. Say E A G L E S. Eagles. Say fly, Eagles fly. Yo, that. What's going on, man? You know what it is? You know what it is. It's your boy Philly Fresh, a.k.a. the General here, reporting for duty. Also, a.k.a. 4 for the Battle Bird podcast. Shout out to my guys, man. If you haven't done it, make sure you hit that sub button right down there. Hit the little bell right next to it. And, make sure you hit that like button too, man. Gotta hit that like button. That's how they push me out there. That's how you get to see this face on prime time. You know what I mean? All right, so y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. I already said it in the intro. Another $15. Another one, man. DJ Khaled all over again. I keep trying to tell y'all, man. I mean, every week I'm giving a giveaway, man. So you got to stay tuned and you got to guess right. That's all. And the money could be yours. You know what I mean? The money could be yours. All right, so do's and don'ts. We already know what time it is today. Do's and don'ts. Let's get right to it. Do's and don'ts are how we beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. First do. I say this all the time, y'all. Y'all should know it. Run the ball. Run the ball. And I don't just want it to be inside runs. I want it to be outside runs. I want it to be sweeps. I want you. I'm gonna tell y'all why you have to run sweeps. And you have to run different kind of packages. With these running plays, you know what I mean? Do run the ball. I want to see Jordan Mailata get upfield. I think that 6'8", 355 is going to take care of these linebackers. Everybody wants to talk about these linebackers. I understand. But they're speed linebackers. They're kind of like east and west kind of guys, not really north and south. And I think you can move these linebackers, especially with a guy as big as Jordan Mailata. I need to see a little bit more pulling. That's another dude. Pull Jordan Mailata. If you're going to use him, use him. You know what I mean? Another dude, you got to get pressure on Big Ben. The pressure got to come right up the gut, right up the middle. It's kind of like you're dealing with Tom Brady. You know what I mean? You have to have that pressure right in his face. Even though he's bigger and taller and he can see over, but you still have to fluster him. You got to make sure that you get after him from the rip. As soon as that first whistle is blown, and we are on defense, you got to make sure you get after him, man. Get after Ben. He's not that kind of quarterback he can still try to shed tackles and be strong in the pocket, but he's not that kind of quarterback that's going to really stiff arm you or get you out. Like, he's not that guy anymore. You know what I mean? So that's a do. Do get pressure on Big Ben. Stop the run. You have to stop the run. This is a grinded out team. Everybody want to talk about this offense. Everybody want to talk about the wide receivers. Everybody want to talk about Big Ben, but they really a grinded out team. They only put up 26, 28, and 28 in their first 3 games. So it wasn't like they offense was just a juggernaut and they was just killing everything. You know what I mean? I think Darius Slay would do his job. So we need the front four to do their job. They got to stop this run from the rip. Another dude, force turnovers. Continuously do what you did. Now I understand it's a whole different quarterback. I understand, but you still, Big Ben will give you chances to catch interceptions, and we'll give you chances to give up the fumbles. We have to win. For us to, in order for us to win this game, we got to win the turnover battle. You know what I mean? I think our defense can cause some turnovers. I think Big Ben is going to force the ball to Juju. That's where big play Slade come in. You know what I mean? So we have to get turnovers. Another dude, use the linebackers and the 3-4 defense aggression. Use it against them. You know what I mean? They like to get upfield real fast. So how do you do that? You do sweeps. You do that's why I was talking about doing sweeps. You do sweeps. You do screen plays. You know what I mean? You do fast time. You do fast routes on the inside going out. You know what I mean? You have to slow this pass rush down and use their aggressive nature against them. You know what I mean? And another way you do that is just like how Carson Wentz scored the first running touchdown of the game last week against 49ers. You do that the same way with the RPO type. You know what I mean? Not really a run pass option, but you know, a runner or a keeper. You know what I mean? A pass it off to the running back, or I'm going to keep it. You know what I mean? So quarterback keepers, I would do that, man, because they're really a linebacking crew, and they're really a defense that likes to crash. That likes to crash down. So you got to make sure that, you know, you use the aggressive against them, man. Last dude, can I see Bradley and Taylor on the field? I understand Bradley got a little bit of time last week. I need to see more of that. I need to see Taylor on the field. I understand you saying he's a project, but he can't be that worse than Nathan Gary. Now, I know a lot of people wanted me to talk about Nathan Gary. I sat back and I did my due diligence, and I was going to make a video last night snapping. But I'm glad that I didn't, because when I read his tweets, and then I understood that he was 16 years old, to me, they wasn't like racial slurs. He shouldn't be using the word, but it wasn't a Riley Cooper thing to me. Riley Cooper uses the ER, the hard ER on the end of it. We all know it's a difference. You know what I mean? I'm going to get into more of that on the Battle Birds podcast. I'm going to probably take like 10 minutes out of everybody's time to break it down. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that I didn't just go, I was emotional yesterday when I heard about it, and then I started reading about it. But then once I dug into it, and then I read that he was only 16 when kids make mistakes, man. But I ain't gonna dwell on it. It's do's and don'ts today. We're gonna get in there another time. First don't of the day. Don't turn the ball over. I already said we gotta win. We gotta win a battle. Carson Wentz, I need you, because these linebackers, they like to come after the football. These are not your normal linebackers that just stand up and try to cover. They're going to attack you. TJ Watt, if he plays, I'm hearing he's questionable. I don't know. TJ Watts and dudes like that, they are going to try to get after you. This is not a defense like ours that sit back and react. This is a defense that makes the action. You know what I mean? They go right after you. So, Carson, you got to protect that football. You got to protect that football. Wide receivers, I need you to fight for everything. I need you to fight to get open. If you see the ball, if it's a slant route, or if it's a comeback route, you see the ball might have been hit, or whatever the case may be. You go get that ball. Don't just watch it. Don't just watch it in the air, because in the NFL, you don't have that time to sit there and watch it come to you. Go get it. We can't turn the ball over. Number 2 for don'ts. Don't pull Miles in the fourth quarter. You want to talk about saving him and conditioning, and I just don't think that you don't trust that he's going to not fumble the football. And I don't understand that. Like, Miles didn't fumble the ball like that last year. Yeah, he had to fumble in the beginning of the Rams game, but other than that, it's been all ball security. I need to see Miles Sanders in the fourth quarter. I need to see Miles Sanders on our last drive, especially when the game counts. Like, facts. If we up by a certain amount, all right, I understand that. But no, you still got to put the pressure on these guys, man. You still got to make them have to play every single down, because anything can happen. You putting in a cold Corey Clement, who I don't need to see. That's another don't. I don't need to see Corey Clement. Bring up Holyfield, something. But you putting in a Corey Clement and a cold Boston Scott. That's when when you got no rhythm with the football and you're not used to all day people hitting you, you know what I mean? That's when you fumble. Don't pull Miles Sanders in the fourth quarter. This is really to the O-line, this don't. O-line. Do not be confused by this defense. This defense they're going to try to confuse the heck, especially with Jordan Mailata and Nate Herbig if he plays, because I'm not sure if I'm not sure what line they're exactly going to go with. You know what I mean? But if these dudes get in, you cannot be discouraged. You cannot just let these dudes take your heart. You cannot let these dudes confuse you so much you don't know who you're blocking. Listen to Jason Kelce. Let him call out things. Connect with the person that you're with. If you're, no matter what, if you're going with that guy, even if he crosses over, follow him. That's what I would do. I understand you want to be like, all right, well, what about the edge? And then the edge won't be set. But if both of them guys are blocking the guy who they're supposed to, or if they're staying where they're supposed to stay, whatever, because it's different blockings. It's man blockings and it's zone blocking. If it's a zone block, you block where you're supposed to be. This is your area. Nobody comes past that. If it's a man block, you go get your man. You go make sure he doesn't get the quarterback. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. They did a good job, but this is a different animal. This, like, everybody want to talk about the 49ers defense. They are okay. They're good. You know what I mean? Pittsburgh is good. This team doesn't scare me though. But they linebackers can get they can get to the quarterback. So this is what we have to understand. We got to make sure that as you protecting Carson Wentz, that y'all on the same page. If it's zone, protect your zone. If it's man, block your man. Those really it for the do's and don'ts. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Probably see y'all. If I don't go live with y'all tomorrow, then you already know Battlebird Podcast, 11:30, man. Make sure y'all tune in. Yo, that.
Really stay fresh.